better.
That felt better.
Yeah, much better. So when you're setting your golf ball up, this is going to either stay green or it's going to stay ready.
Okay.
If it's blinking, that just means it's out of its little parameter. Just
So,
yes,
so is the position of the club is like, I've got this, like, that's when I feel like the club itself is flat on the ground?
yes, we don't want it flat on the ground.
We don't?
No.
Okay.
You always want the toe up. The reason being is your club flexes this way. You notice how the toe is going to go down slightly. We also raise our hands when we swing. That's also a normal physical attribute to our golf swing. So if that toe is already sitting flat on the ground, and then we come in and we have bowing, and we have toe sag or toe down, and then our hands raised, now all of a sudden we're toe heavy and the face just wants to flip open every single time.
Okay.
So never ever do you want to feel like, oh, I got to set up and I got to get this perfectly on the ground. You always want that toe slightly up. Okay, good shoulder turn. So now, when you're hitting balls this winter in here, you're going to start either on this machine or the flight scope, you're going to start looking at your path numbers. So that one was much better. 0 means we're coming down the line. Okay, that's fantastic. The reason it drew a little bit more is that face was probably 4 degrees closed. No big deal. You're still left side of the green, but that's just giving you an idea. I don't want you changing direction of flight by path. I want it to be changed by face angle. Because I want our path to be pretty similar every single time.
Okay.
Okay?
So that went 110?
Yeah. Yeah, and your path is 0. So that's excellent.
Is what, so what am I looking at?
So
Looking at that.
So that's your total.
I'm looking at that.
Yeah, those are the two. You can look at spin rate if you want,
I don't know what
right?
that
Your
is
spin
yet.
rate with the pitching wedge is 6,600. You ultimately outside it's going to be slightly different. In conditions might be. This is how much it was turning to the left. So 1,000's a lot for a pitching wedge, but that tells us that the face is closed a little bit more than it should.
Right.
But it's not the end of the world. That's where draw and slice spin come from, side spin. Okay, so good left shoulder turn, you're going to thump it. You're going to feel like you're hitting all these low, correct?
Yeah.
Good.
Oh. Something went wrong there.
Got a little bit out in front of it. Okay, so that one, when you try to hit it hard, you get lateral too early. So what I mean by that is you're going to get to the top of your backswing, and you're going to get this way really fast, and the club hasn't started coming down yet. And then as you get to the golf ball, you're out of place. So we've got to start feeling this transition is a little bit more subtle, not as quick. Transition's the most important thing that is under control. Much better tempo. Much better tempo. Okay, how are we doing loose-wise? Feeling better?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get a club that's a little longer here. Let's go to your 7-iron that you wanted to hit. Okay, there's a 101, 102 carry, almost 112 total there. So that's very positive.
So how far should this go then?
Well, everything being according to 110, so pitching the 9-iron be 120, 130, 140. 140, 150. I mean, it depends.
Yeah. This will go 145.
Okay, that's about the range right now. If we were just to do simple math, it'd be in that range.
Yeah, 140, 140.
But I want you to feel the same type of impact position. Okay. Same tempo as that pitching wedge. This is critical. Tempo needs to stay the same no matter what club we're swinging. Okay, so this is very possible. Now look at that path number, far right, 18.4. You really have no chance of hitting a good shot,
Right.
right? You do, but it's like 2% because you've got to come 20 degrees underneath the line, and then you got to shut the
So am I
face
just
10
coming
degrees.
in like this?
You're coming so far underneath. Yeah, so you got to feel like you're swinging down our line a lot. Yes, much better. Much better. Now, what causes that in your mind? What can be created How do we get that path to be a little bit more down the line? There you go. There you go. Arms more out in front of you than behind you. There you go. Now, this is an interesting note. This is completely normal what you just did here, hitting it left, because you're used to coming underneath, and you hate to see the ball go right, so you figured out, well, if I'm super underneath, I better crank my hands over and flip it. Now I'm having you come more what you feel is probably over top.
Yeah.
Now I need the face to stay more stable. We don't have to feel like it's flipping shut. I'd much rather you error 1 degree on the outside than too far under.
I also feel like on that shot, I'm getting it up here.
Okay. Then that means your sequence is off, because your
Yeah.
body's already done moving and your arms are kind of just flailing behind going, I don't know where to go. There you go. You want to feel like that club's coming down this white line or outside the white line through it back. Close, close. Face a little open, maybe a little bit in the heel. Okay, so that one prior to that was still 9 degrees under. Okay, that one's going to be a tricky one. You're going to have trouble reading that one, right? Because your path might have been pretty good, but your club face was so closed it appears that maybe you pulled it.
Right.
But chances are we didn't pull it. Yeah, we did. That was 9 or 8 degrees on the outside.
So where are you saying?
So what I'm saying is that you came on the outside of that path.
What tells you that?
7.6 L. See the right right number, the furthest right number?
Yeah.
So an L means you came into the golf ball this direction. An R means you came in this direction.
Okay.
0 means you came really close. If there's a 0 in front of that number, 0 point something, that means you came down our white line beautifully. Okay, so now let's do something here. I want the same feeling, but I want this ball position up in our stance. The further back in the stance, the more you like to come, even more. You move back. There, right there. I feel like you're going to swing down our white line and smash it. Okay. We'll have a sink. Don't be afraid to feel like we're going to exit left. So your hand path is going to kind of go on that shadow that you see on the ground. Wait 1 second. I want to see what path look like. Okay. There you go. Feel like you're going to hit a big over the, or not a, but a cut shot. But your path is going to come down outside the white line. There we go. That's just a closed face. That path is going to be pretty good. Okay, great. Let's err on that side again.
Is that more coming?
No, that's out here.
Okay.
That's out here. Do that again. We put the ball position up front. Now we're going to feel like we're going to leave our face open through impact as we swing on the outside. There you go. Okay, so you're going to feel through impact, Jeff. You're going to feel the face is going, staying here. Right? So if we're swinging over the top slightly, we need to feel that face stay open to hit it straight. Good. That's your feeling right now. Don't worry about where the ball goes. Okay, so that's going to be back under with the face open. This is the one that drives you nuts, right? The shank is the one which you feel is a shank. It could be just an open face, but that's what's driving you nuts. But the more you go under, the more you've got to learn how to close the face. Now I'm trying to get your path to be more consistent down the, there you go. Feel what that's doing right there. Those hands really haven't done much, have they? See that last one? So your hosels and your right shots are coming because that club's getting so far underneath that it's impossible, one, to take a divot. You're gonna hit it fat most likely, or you're gonna try to flip it. Okay. Good. And this is interesting. This doesn't usually happen, but there's a disconnect with you with path and face right now. And you're doing it the opposite, which is fine. It's nothing wrong with it, but it's like when you go under right now, that's making the ball go right. And I want you to swing over it and make the ball go right. Okay, so that was, okay. So you're gonna leave that face open. So feel this feeling for me, right here. Club face out of here, swing through it. No, a little bit more. You're gonna feel, grip it. You're gonna feel here, here. See how that face hasn't rotated over?
Mm-hmm.
Just hit one for me like that. Real small, doesn't have to be big. Okay, good. Good, let's do that again. Ah, good. Good, good. Let's do that again. I want to get this one on video.
It's a very different feeling.
Yep, yep. Wow. That's okay. I'm trying to get you to feel how much difference that your arms away from you a little bit more. So this is a little bit exaggerated. We're not going to actually be there when the time comes. But you can see that's a little bit above, and then that's a little bit over. But this is the feeling I want you to do. Now I want you to do this same motion with your arms, but I want you to feel like you're gonna push kind of more lateral on this downswing. Does that make sense?
No.
Okay. So go to the top. So you're gonna get to the top, and then your first move, as the club's falling, you're gonna really feel like this pocket is going lateral. Push it. There. That's what you wanna feel. You want to feel like you're moving more lateral than just spinning. Okay, not bad. Let's do that again. Okay, go to the top of your backswing and freeze. Good. Now your first move is the tailbone's going to move towards the target. There. Now the arms are falling at the same time. There we go. There we go. That's what we're missing in a sense, because this is where you like to get. You get to the top, and then we just spin. We just spin. I'm going to have you push a little bit more. See where my body's going? That way. You'll just be a little flat-footed and you'll just spin it. I need you to feel like you're going to push this a little bit. Your tailbone's going to, as the club's fall, there you go. There you go. And that'll get our club to fall into place if our backswing's in the right area. Ah, how did that feel? Very good.
So that's a little bit of that bump.
Yes, exactly. But it's not the...
I have that in my drive.
It's not that in the hip. Good, good.
So that's what I'm after?
Yeah, that motion is the same thing in every swing, besides maybe putting, chipping, and pitching. It's going to be a little quieter, but that's the feeling. To the top, let it push, okay? You still have to have it timed. Your feeling is that club head is on the outside of this white line on both backswing and downswing. Okay, so now when you're doing that rehearsal though, club's there, push, yep, you're gonna let it fall. You're not manually moving it down with your hands, it's just falling. Push, better, better. So you're gonna feel like the club head's on the outside of the white line on the takeaway. Bump. Close, close. Now we gotta trust that the club head's gonna be there. So you're still throwing that right hand at it just a little bit. Better swing. There. There. Now as the hands get up to the rib cage, you're going to start bumping. Bumping before you finish your backswing. That's where it gets a little bit weird, hard. Because you're going to go two different directions at the same time. Nice. Okay. That's the rhythm you want, Jeff.
Okay.
Right there. So it looks like this kind of is going back. And as soon as the hands get past the rib cage, we're already going to start moving laterally. That's going to give us our transition and lag. So there, good, there, good. Okay. Now the next step is to leave the hands alone. You can feel it, right?
Yeah.
A little bit of a flip, a little bit of scoop down at the bottom. Widen your stance a little bit.
So.
Yeah. You're just gonna let the hands keep going. Don't slow them down by letting that right hand try to help it. And widen your stance a little bit for me. A little bit more. Shoulder width apart. There we go. Let's really move. Transition. Okay. So your path all of a sudden is way more consistent. Now we have to feel like that face is less moving or more stable through impact. We've got to feel like it's kind of, you could even feel like your hands aren't even holding the club type of feeling. Like it's just super soft. Hey, much better. Much better. What that will do too is that'll help your body start to realize what tempo you need. The tighter we grip it, the more brain signal like, oh, here we go. Jeff's just going to let the hands do everything. And I need you to start really feeling how the big muscles create all the speed. There you go. There you go. How is your hip? Fine?
Yeah.
Good. Because this is going to put a little bit more feeling into that left side as it starts to push and turn. Nice. Good lateral push through it. That's the shot I want to see right now. A little fade instead of that flippy hook. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Good. 2.1. Great. Okay, so now let's look quickly on the machine and see where we way under. Because if we weren't way under, then we have to look at what the next cause would be, which is you getting a little bit out of turn. Nope, 13. That's the only reason you're hitting it that open face hosel to the right, is that club's getting so far underneath you.
So what am I doing? Coming out and then just coming
No, no. You sometimes all of a sudden you'll get back into this feeling, and that club gets sucked inside, and then it's coming back on that line instead of feeling more outside. Remember, that club head wants to stay. So when you're practicing at West Shore until we get indoors for good, you're going to put a club here or an alignment stick.
Yeah.
And then you're going to feel like the club head goes on the outside of that stick on the way back. And then you're going to feel like it's on the outside on the way down if you can. You're never going to feel like you go back and through on that line. That's that last swing was. That last swing was that exact, because it's interesting. We've got enough data now that we see when you miss it to the right like you hate, you're 13 to 20 under. And we want to be, you want to feel like you're over it. You want to feel like you're 5 degrees over the line and you're swinging left with the face staying square to open. And then you can feel the strike so much different. And then as you get comfortable with it, you'll start to add speed, and you can even add some length through the backswing. Although your backswing right now is fine. There's 135 right there. Yeah. That was the best transition I saw. You actually loaded the club beautifully on the downswing. It was here, and then you loaded on the downswing instead of loading and then unloading. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That timing right there is exactly what you want to try to feel. Hands went back, and in transition, they hinged and created that speed and that impact. There, good. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That was really pretty. That's the feeling we were chasing right there.
Okay.
That's with every single iron we swing. Even with driver, we can do that with driver too. Look at that path was perfect. Nice. And now I can see already we're getting a little bit more speed. But the biggest thing I see difference here, Jeff, is this transition. I see this, like, it's nice and move, and then we're gonna slowly, and then we speed up. It's not before it was in here, and then trying to find speed from the transition. Yep. Beautiful. And that would be a great miss. We may have slid that underneath just a little bit, but that was a really good miss. Because your path is going to be fine. That was 141 right there. Good. Are you okay going a little long?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. This is great. This is exactly what you needed for your marching orders. Until next week.
Yeah.
Notice how straight they are?
Yeah.
When you start seeing the balls going left, and you know the face is being shot at impact,
Yeah.
if you see one that goes dead right, like we've just seen a couple times, we know our path is awful. It's underneath way too much. Now all of a sudden we've got a much more consistent ball flight. Do you absolutely despise seeing a fade? Like, do you want to see a draw, or do you just want to hit a solid?
I just want to hit solid.
Okay. Then
Yeah.
right now, hitting a solid is a small fade. Straight to fade. Okay, that was going to hook just a little.
I mean, back in the day, I used to have a nice little draw, which I think I would prefer to see, but I don't know why.
Well, we'll get it back.
I don't know why.
We'll get it back.
You know.
The fun thing is, Jeff, if I can get you to swing down our target line, then you can move the ball both ways really, really easy. That's what every tour pro hits right there. They hit that little fade out there. It's like that. The ball starts just left and falls right. That was really good swing. Now you're swinging left just like I want to. Beautiful. You probably noticed the ball going higher now too. Now you have proper loft on the face. Because before, when you went this way and closed it, you also had to add loft. Otherwise, it would just be this low, kind of dying quail going into the trees. Gorgeous. Let that be your miss right there. That little one that goes out a little bit to the right. That just means our face is slightly open.
Yeah.
Our path was really good. 0.5, perfect path. Face was probably
So
3.
there really is a reach back here.
Yeah,
I feel like I really need
good.
really need to reach.
Because what happened before? The club was going where? There was no reach. There was this move.
Yeah.
And then everything was real close to you. And then you had to do a bunch of stuff to get that golf ball to be hit solid. Beautiful. You'll start seeing your divots in the right spot too now.
So you like a shoulder?
Yeah, I would love that. Because look, before you didn't have to worry about it. All we did was spin. Your weight transfer was minimal. Now you even said it right there. If I'm reaching, I better have a wider base to be able to establish that reach, and that's going to give you more turn radius. So you're going to start swinging a little bit faster. Great path again, 0.7, awesome. Shoulder width apart, and then you're outside the shoulders for driver. great. Nothing wrong with that golf swing. Good swing.
So they're going like what, 140, 145,
Mhm. That one,
basically.
that one went 146.
And that L,
That L means you're swinging on the outside of that white stick.
the L is outside.
Yep, that's exactly what we want to start to ingrain. Because when you go to play, you're going to want to get under us occasionally, but we got to get enough reps where we're feeling that club more out in front of us.
But ultimately, I want to be at 0.
Yeah, absolutely. And to be honest, that's the worst one we've seen in about 5 swings. Everything else has been 0-7, 0-2, 1-2, 1-4.
And then now ball position.
I want it off more of the left forward of the sternum. Just left sternum and left pec. And I want you just to make this.
Not used to it up there.
No, I know.
I'm used
I
to it
know.
back here.
Yeah, and so the further back in our stance, the easier it is to come more underneath it. The harder it is to swing. So now by moving the ball forward, that helps you get the club more out in front of you and start swinging the direction I want you to swing.
Gotcha.
I agree. I agree that was probably somewhere where you're like, oh, I can trap this, I can hit this hard draw.
Yeah.
And then we started getting too far underneath. I mean, this is the best I've seen you strike it with looks less effort. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It just doesn't look like you're struggling to make this ball go anywhere. And as you get accustomed to this, you're going to be able to start adding length just by being confident.
I give up a little bit.
Okay. 1-1.
So is this, so for my 7 iron,
Mm-hmm.
I should be thinking 140
Carry.
when
Yeah.
I'm out there.
Yeah, 140 right now, and that may fluctuate. Again, that's if it's cold day, it might be 135. If it's June and it's 105, it's 150. And then alternately, then we have downwind, downwind, downhill,
Right.
upwind, uphill. I mean, yes, but stock, I would say 140.
Oh. I lost the club in my hand on that one.
Okay.
All right. I think I know what I'm supposed to feel.
Okay.
You know? Supposed to feel a reach. I'll get one of these things. I think
Yep.
that'd be helpful.
Well, I'm sure Todd has one at the club. There.
And then,
And then from there, you're going to feel transition. And it's not opening and sliding, it's your tailbone pushing to the target, and then you're going to hit it. Do one more. See that last one? We hit it to the right. Look at your numbers far right.
yeah.
Okay. Beautiful. And to be honest, when you're practicing and you have at least an answer, why the heck do I keep doing that? Well, now we know.
Yeah.
We know that you come so far underneath that it's nearly impossible to hit it.
Yeah.
Right? And then you come 3-3 on the outside, and then you just hit that 140, no problem. And it's completely night and day.
Yeah.
Ball flight, height, everything.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yo, you're welcome.
So tell me, what did I